Namaste. Cyberabad Police Commissionerate and SCSC came up with a great program called Sanghamitra, which is creating awareness about the women's safety. Today, let us know about the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013 is a legislative act in India that seeks to protect women from sexual harassment at work, their sexual harassment at their place of work. It was passed by the Lok Sabha on 3rd September 2012 and it was passed by the Rajya Sabha on 26 February 2013. This is a most useful act, so please pay attention. So what is the definition of sexual harassment? So under the 2013 law, sexual harassment includes any one or more of the following unwelcome acts or behavior committed directly or by implication: physical contact and advances, a demand or request for sexual favors, sexually colored remarks, showing pornography without their consent, without the women consent, any other unwelcome physical, verbal or non-verbal conduct of sexual in nature. The Ministry of Women and Child Development has published a handbook on sexual harassment of women at workplace with a more detailed instances of behavior that constitutes sexual harassment at the workplace. So these include broadly as sexually suggestive remarks or serious or repeated offensive or remarks, inappropriate questions or remarks about a person's sex life, display of sexiest or offensive pictures, posters, MMS, SMS, WhatsApp or any electronic emails, intimidation, threats, blackmail around sexual favors, also threats, intimidation or against any employee who speaks about this, and unwelcome social invitations with sexual overtones, commonly seen as flirting, and unwelcome sexual advances. So those are also most important thing. See, if the women cannot complain sometimes because of physical or mental incapacity or death or otherwise, her legal hair may do so. So legal hair can help on this issue. They can report on behalf of the victim. Under the Act, the complaint must be made within the 3 months from the date of the incident. However, the respective ICC can extend the time limit if it is satisfied that the circumstances were such which prevented the women from filing a complaint within the said period. So if there is a genuine reason, sometimes ICC can accept the request or the complaint after some time also. The ICC may before inquiry and at the request of the aggrieved women take steps to settle the matter between her and the respondent through conciliation, provided that no monetary settlement shall be made as a basis of conciliation. The ICC may either forward the victim's complaint to the police or it can start an inquiry that has to be completed within the 90 days. The ICC has powers similar to those of a civil court in respect of summoning and examining any person on oath and requiring the discovery and production of documents, because the documents are the most important thing to take any decision. When the inquiry is completed, the ICC must provide a report of its finding to the respective employer within the 10 days time. The report is also made available to both the parties. The identity of the women, respondent, witness, any information on the inquiry recommendations and action taken. Basically, nobody should not disclose about the incident to anybody. In case someone discloses about the incident, the court will impose a fine on that person. So everything is secret. After the ICC report, if the allegations of sexual harassment are proved, the ICC recommends that the employer take action in accordance with the provisions of the service rules of the company. Sometimes it changes from or it varies from one company to the other company. It also recommends that the company deduct from the salary of the person found guilty as it may consider appropriate. Compensation is determined based on 5 aspects: suffering and emotional distress caused to the women, loss in career opportunity or medical expenses, income and financial status of the respondent, and the feasibility of the such payment. After the recommendations, the aggrieved women or the respondent can appeal in court within 90 days of time. And the most important sections are IPC section 509 and 354. So these two sections mostly filed on the accused person, and the imprisonment, the punishment is 3 years to 7 years imprisonment plus fine will be imposed by the court. So generally in corporate sector, when the women faces generally in corporate sector, sexual harassment takes, generally in corporate sector, the sexual harassment incident happens because sometimes they may not giving strong reply at the first instance, or sometimes the women may get scared for their job. They may get blackmail calls from someone or emotional blackmail. So my strong recommendation is, if anyone commits for sexual harassment at workplace, immediately give a complaint in ICC at the first time itself. So if you take it as if you take it as a cool, if you take it as a light, then the accused will continue his harassments against you. So take a serious action at the first time only, and also the organization has to create awareness about sexual harassment in the workplace by posters, sending emails, some assessments like that. So this is all about sexual harassment at workplace very briefly. If you have any questions, if you need any support, you can reach me on 9573395095. So please subscribe to this channel and share with everyone. And thanks to Hyderabad Police, DCP Anasuya Madam and SCSC. Thank you and have a great day.